Actually, we started Assemblage with just 7 to 8 guys, I guess. Initially 5 to be very precise. First we met at Madhavan's house, and then he told us about the plan that he is going to start Assemblage. We were quite excited.
मतलब जब कंपनी चालू हुआ था देयर वाज अ स्मॉल रूम आई थिंक सिर्फ हम लोग 30 जन बैठे थे एवरी डिपार्टमेंट वाज नेक्स्ट टू ईच अदर एंड फ्रॉम दैट टू कमिंग टू दिस फुल फ्लोर एंड अगेन 2 ब्रांचेस इट्स अ ह्यूज चेंज एवरी जहाँ जहाँ कंपनी प्रोग्रेस हुई हर प्रोग्रेस में मैं था तो आई कैन सी द कंपनी प्रोग्रेस कहाँ तक पहुँची है कहाँ तक जा सकती है सो आई एम वेरी हैप्पी कि मैं इसमें आई वॉज अ पार्ट ऑफ द टीम.
For me, to be a part of Assemblage and to choose to come to Assemblage and join Assemblage was the trust which Madhavan sir had in us already. It's quite rare, I would say, that your boss trusts you in your capabilities.
I think what sets Assemblage apart from the CGI space in the world is 4 things primarily, I would say. One is the trust and faith our artists have, the clients have in us. Second being the innovative in the animation technology, what we have been pioneering about. Third thing would be a strong collaborative team efforts and that within the talent pool what we have. And consistently quality deliveries which keep on happening year by year.
I would say in my 25 plus years, I would have seen at least around 11 companies. And what's unique about Assemblage is that we are more close-knit here. From my experiences in other companies, we had a lot of gap between management and the rank and file or the production, the operations team.
It's an open door policy and everybody is free to discuss the stuff with the management or with the supervisors and give their thoughts, share their thoughts.
आपने शायद मैक्स सर से कभी मिले हो या आपने अर्जुन के साथ अभी डिस्कशन किया हो. बहुत ही डाउन टू अर्थ है. लाइक इतना लेवल उन लोग ने अचीव किया, स्टिल वो लोग ग्राउंड पे है और हम लोग को भी वैसे ही ट्रीट करते हैं जैसे एज अ फ्रेंड, एज अ फैमिली मेम्बर.
तो आपको जब ऐसा लगता है कि आप उसका हिस्सा हो उस चीज़ों का, तो फिर वो काम करने भी आपको मज़ा आता है. आप चीज़ों को अच्छी तरह सोच भी सकते हैं और आप कोई भी डिसीजन लेते वक्त आपके मन में ये डर नहीं रहता कि इसका प्रॉब्लम क्या होगा, इसका रिकपरेशन क्या हो सकता है, कि लोग क्या बोलेंगे. मतलब अगर मैंने ये डिसीजन लिया तो बहुत सारी गलतियाँ भी की हैं. ऐसा नहीं कि 8 साल के कैरियर में बहुत सारी गलतियाँ होती हैं, बट कभी भी मुझे उस गलती की वजह से मुझे ये नहीं लगा कि मुझे कुछ प्रॉब्लम हुई हो या कुछ बोला गया हो.
I think the name says it, Assemblage. We are all assembled in this place, not just physically but mentally and also emotionally.
I actually never thought that I would be working for 8 years. I'm lucky and I kept on getting opportunities to grow myself. So I started as a lead and then I became a supervisor. And eventually my goal was to become a CG supervisor where I could look into a complete project.
असेंबलेज में यूनिक ये करता है कि इसमें सब लोग यूनिटरी काम करते हैं. जिसको भी कुछ काम दो वो उसके हेल्पफुल करके वो उसके तरफ से काम करके 100% देगा अपन को.
Assemblage is apart from other studio because our supervisors, our colleagues, our teammates, they all are very caring, very helpful, and they all trust me. And from the COVID time till now, I am working from home because of my supervisors and seniors trust me.
The memorable project for me, at least personally, I would think it was Troll Hunters, and it is a dream to work on a DreamWorks project. Challenging part in that was like explaining the animators how that work needs to be done. It's like living those characters and feeling yourself that you are that character and you have to perform that. They had to live that and then experience that and then act it out and then animate. at that time we were quite young. The animators were, as I said, they were not exposed to this kind of a project or quality. So it was a big challenge to train them. So we had to do, off production trainings, on production training. So we had small sessions on acting, acting workshops and acting choices explorations.
My memorable project was rocketry. When I joined Assemblage, my second day I met Maddie and the whole team. I read the script, I met Maddie, I saw his enthusiasm and all the research that he's done for around 3-4 years. He kept on doing it.
The most memorable project was Arctic Dock. Reason for that, because we completed that project in 9 months without any stress.
This is the first project that I started working here as a lead. Most of the studios were not working with a technology called Exchange Fur, and as an Assemblage studio, we started working on something which was not done in India before.
So I remember entering in the old office, which was very small, and we were sitting among the top people, every artist. So that was the best part about Assemblage. We still sit, a supervisor and artist still sits together. There is no differentiation. I have a person sitting next to me who is doing his job for the first time, right? It's his first job, and I'm in an industry from last 20 years.
In past 7 years, the company has got a substantial amount of growth. If I had to say simply, we have better chairs. Chairs.
We have grown extensively from the time I joined in 2016. We were a smaller operations in Marva building, and then from there until 2020, lockdown changed entire scope of how we work. Then post-COVID came, we decided to grow big. So we have now where we are is one of probably the biggest assemblage offices we have ever had.
We got an award for Miraculous Ladybug, Best Animated TV Series, and Booba, Best Animated Series के लिए.
So we received an awards for the best children series. Rocketry was nominated for Filmfare, which is a huge thing for us. I think on Cannes there was a 10 minutes applaud, which again was a big award for us.
Turning point when Arjun was joined this studio, because before that Max sir तो अच्छे से रन कर रहे थे, अभी भी है, but जब अर्जुन ने ज्वाइन किया, उनका जो काम करने का तरीका है, उनका जो सेंस है ये इंडस्ट्री में, हम लोग तो, मैं तो हक्का बक्का रह गया कि ये इंडस्ट्री से भी नहीं है. तो ये एक टर्निंग पॉइंट उनके आने के बाद में इतनी सारी ग्रोथ है.
ये लास्ट के जो 2 साल मुझे लगता है कि एक्चुअली जो ग्रोथ हुआ है या जो जिस प्रोजेक्ट्स आए हैं जितने, तो वो ये 2 साल मतलब एकदम तूफानी है. मतलब जस्ट उसके पहले हम हार्डली 300 पीपल वी हैव. अभी वो 3 गुना हो गया, 900, 800, 900. मतलब मेरा डिपार्टमेंट ही 35-40 से अराउंड 100-120 हो गया. सेटअप ही मतलब ऑलमोस्ट 3 गुना बढ़ गया है. इसके बावजूद उतना काम है कि इसमें हमें करने के लिए बहुत स्ट्रगल करना पड़ रहा है.
In terms of Cinesite coming as a collaborative partner to Assemblage is a big turning point for all of us. Number one, all of us being artists by nature, it exposes to leverage all the outside talent industry, which is widespread across UK, Europe, North America, and B is investing in the pipeline technology front. What the other animation studios have been using, that comes to our leverage also.
I think the tie-up with Cinesite was a huge thing for us. It brought opportunity on plate from learning new things, working on their projects, working with them to understand how industry works outside. We got to new tools and the way we function. Sometimes it's not just the tool; it's how you think, how you look at few things. We have another project which is going on Floor, which is a Netflix series. The client is super happy with our work. For the first time we are doing 2D effects, which is actually hand-drawn effects, which we've never done.
तो जब कोविड चालू हुआ तब लोग ऑफिस आते थे, तो जैसे जैसे हमको महाराष्ट्र गवर्नमेंट ने बोला कि कोविड बंद, अभी कोविड के लिए अभी सबको लॉकडाउन में रहना है, उस टाइम से हम लोग सोचने लगे कि अब हमारा काम कैसे होगा, हमारा 3D काम है और वो ऐसा है कि वो लीक ना हो। पर असेंबलेज ने वो करके दिखाया कि बाबा नहीं, घर पे बैठ के भी करो, हम तुम पे ट्रस्ट करते।
So media houses have never ever worked on a remote setup or never ever work from home. It has probably failed in the past. Prior to COVID, some companies have tried. COVID actually gave us no choice. So we just had 3 days. We all huddled down together in our previous office ground floor, and we discussed how are we going to go live. Initially, our machine sent home to artists. We had about 300 odd artists working from home. They would work from home and then they would kind of sync the data back to Assemblage. We had storage set up here. So everything that entire planning was done in 3 days. Then the shifting took place about 15 days. Then we had 300 people working from home for about a month. During that period of time, we also realized why keep those machines over there, and then we decided we go hybrid. So the reason for going hybrid was basically coordination. The beauty was it was not just one person who was involved in this entire migration and this new setup, which actually is the hallmark of Assemblage, is that almost every individual in the company kind of pitched in. We all wore our crew t-shirts, and we lifted equipments and we moved them from the Marva office. We worked across 48 hours between Friday night until Sunday midnight. We were up and running. So basically physically moving it. We did not take help of, except for probably trucks to move your equipments between the old office and the new. But everything else was done by everybody. We had Arjun picking up stuff and we taking up stuff, and we had office boys pitching in, and we had artists pitching in, production pitching. Everybody just wore a common crew t-shirt. So we were all common that day. So the around the 48 hours, what we spent was probably the best time in our lives.
कोविड के टाइम पे मैं आर्टिस्ट को बहुत मोटिवेट करता था कि कुछ भी हो मुझे कभी भी कॉल करो। कुछ दिनों बाद है ना, रात को 2:30 बजे 3 बजे कॉल आता था। वो आर्टिस्ट मुझे पूछा, सर एक प्रॉब्लम है ये शॉट में ऐसा ऐसा। फिर मैं उसको एक्सप्लेन करता था, फिर मैं सोता था। मेरी वाइफ वगैरह तो बहुत चिढ़ जाती थी, तो मैंने उसको फिर कॉल करके पूछा कि भाई तू इतने रात को क्यों कॉल करता है? सर आपने ये तो बोला ना कभी भी कॉल करो, तू दिन में क्यों नहीं करता कॉल? बोले सर मेरी वाइफ दिन में काम करती है, सेम मॉनिटर, सिस्टम एक ही था, तो उसकी वाइफ भी सेम फील्ड में थी, तो वो दिन में काम करती थी और ये बंदा रात को काम करता था और मेरी नींद खराब करता था।
In the next 10 years, I would say the most important thing what we need to understand is AI is definitely not a threat. Me being a creative person, I see AI as an advantage and a tool to explore my thoughts.
I'm not being very diplomatic about it, but yeah, I would think with the AI coming in, so how we use it to our advantage is more important than rather than being a threat to us. I think the advantages are more of using the AI technology to our advantage, I think.
In next 10 year, I hope जो भी एनिमेशन सीखते हैं, क्लासेस से बाहर आते हैं, उनके लिए असेंबलेज सबसे पहले प्रायोरिटी पे होगा।
ऐसे मेरी इच्छा है कि मतलब हम रहते हैं और एक मेन क्लाइंट रहता है, उसके बीच में एक और क्लाइंट रहता है जो हमें काम देता है, फिर हम उससे देते हैं, फिर वो मेन क्लाइंट को देता है। तो वो एक मेरा विजन है कि मैं चाहता हूँ कि अगले 3 साल 4 साल 5 साल में कभी भी हम उस विजन पे रहे कि हम डायरेक्ट क्लाइंट के लिए काम कर सके, हमारे और क्लाइंट के बीच में कोई ना रहे।
IP really want that company should enough to go on an own project where we are proud of our own IP.
In terms of message for the fellow animators, this has been my you can say a tagline, that live your character. For my bosses, I would say give us more challenge. We are ready for it.